Hi everyone, it's Anissa here, and I'm a hypnotherapist and holistic healing practitioner that specializes in helping people who are healing from toxic relationships so that they can heal their toxic relationship patterns and start to attract divine relationships into their lives. Today I'm talking about whether toxic relationships actually cause physical symptoms. And as someone who has been in toxic relationships and as a healing practitioner, I meet many people who have been in these kind of relationships. And let me tell you, these relationships definitely have this emotional connection to physical illnesses in the body. And some of the symptoms that I've seen people have are quite common across the board. So things like memory loss, a deterioration in just the mental capacity is significantly lower after you've been in a toxic relationship. And this can be put down to the amount of mental stress that someone is carrying in the relationship and that they're actually just holding in their body. And it almost like fries your brain where you stop having this ability to remember things. You experience things like brain fog, and this can even affect your mood. You start to withdraw from things that you really enjoyed, and it's almost going into a bit of depression. But on the physical side of things, it then starts to cause a lack of self care and starts to manifest in other physical symptoms. Some common ones are sacral areas around the stomach, blockages, stomach issues, digestive issues, weird allergies that come up, and skin problems. This is a really big one, is most people who have been in toxic relationships often develop skin problems. And this comes from certain emotions like conflict, or really going in this cycle of hating yourself for being in this position, or harboring this amount of hate and resentment that you can't actually channel out. And it starts to break out in the skin and cause certain organ blockages as well. So these are some real serious physical symptoms that can come out from toxic relationships. Another thing that people have are pains in their body that they can't explain, lots of lower back pain, neck pains. And because that tension is sitting in the body, it can lead to easier injuries. So maybe in the past, they might not have, been injured just quickly and easily, but after being in a toxic relationship, people find that they fall sick very quickly, or they have these weird pulls and injuries just really easily in their body, and it can actually throw them out into a period of healing. Now, my philosophy on this is that if you're in a toxic relationship and you are actually just really suppressing or denying that you are in one, then your body will actually push you into states of this kind of forced hermit mode where you have a lot of time to think about what's happening and you have a lot of time to sit with yourself. So if you're in this toxic relationship, you're more likely not going to have a lot of control over pushing it away. Your body is going to pull you in. It's going to almost shut you down to a point where you have to see that there's something deeper going on here. And you have to understand that it's not going to go away until you address it. I know a lady who came to me who just had about 4 years of just periods of the most weird phantom illnesses. She had no idea what was going on. And while we were going through her reading and through her holistic healing, what had come up an energetic reading that I did was that the problem was actually related to her husband. And she was actually holding on to this relationship and trying really hard, and it was manifesting in her body. But her husband was actually a narcissist, and she just could not face the fact. And he was actually cheating on her with multiple women. And this came up in the reading, but obviously I couldn't tell the lady what was happening. Just guiding her towards seeing some of the causes and seeing some of the complications. that were coming up for her. And sadly enough, she just didn't have the strength to actually deal with it. And her illnesses actually resulted in something far more serious. So this is why I'm quite surprised. I'm quite passionate about talking about the linkages between emotional blockages and physical manifestations in the body. So a toxic relationship is just it's a real key place for emotions to come up and for toxic emotions to develop. And if people are stuck in these kind of relationships and they're not dealing with the emotions, then yes, they do manifest physically in the body. So I am a holistic practitioner and I look at the emotional root causes. We do physical healing from a distance, unblocking different energy centers. My clients have reported that their skin starts glowing, they start healing, their hair starts growing, all these amazing things starts happening. So they go from being in this toxic relationship where they're losing hair, they're so unhappy, they're dull, they're having illnesses and unexplained things, pains in their body, and then we go through the healing program and they start to notice that their body starts to heal, because when we heal things at the emotional root cause, then the body definitely benefits from that integration and wholeness. So those are some of the key physical symptoms that do come up. And if you have any questions, you have anything else that you want to add, as always, please do reach out on Facebook Messenger, on email, or WhatsApp. All right. Thank you for watching and take care.